So there's a couple different things I want to cover in this video. I want to cover how to make reality meet you, because this is something you're more than capable of doing. 2 is I want to go over how you make reality meet you. And 3, I might actually touch on this first, because we need to come up with a different word, term, or something to use to explain, I guess, to explain ourselves and explain this to people, what you are at your truest nature, because God has a stigma attached to it. Now, at the very beginning, I took this stigma as a challenge to turn it around. You know what I mean? Like, break the stigma of it. Like, I took it as a challenge. But the further down this I go, the more and more it's been presented to me that we absolutely need to use a better word than God. But this is my only hold up with that. And please give me some suggestions, opinions. It would be great. No matter what you call it, it's the same thing. So if I say consciousness, if I say God, if I say source, creator, higher self, infinity, if I say eternity, if I say Allah, if I say Buddha, I mean, we're talking about the same concept. I can say Brahma. I mean, I can say whatever you want to say here. Shiva. I mean, we can say whatever. This is the hold up, though. It has a negative connotation to it, and it is tainted. It's tainted. And here's the real thing. I'm going to be brutally honest. A lot of people probably will not tell you this, but other than me explaining to you that everything you see in your field of sight, all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the feelings, is consciousness. What is that then? Well, it's a fine, slippery essence. It's a fabric. It's the fabric of reality. It is magic. So what is consciousness? Come on now. We need to stop saying words we don't fully understand what they mean. And that is a huge problem. People throw this word consciousness around like they truly grasp what it means. And other than what I just explained to you, there's no other way to explain consciousness. And I don't know if you picked up on that, but me saying it's a nothingness, it's a very thin fabric of magic. I mean, that's not really explaining much about it. So you see what I'm saying? It's difficult to do. It is difficult to do. So then you use the word God, because God is just so, or the universe. I mean, it's the same thing though. And you see there's so many different words that can be used for the same thing, but the main word the majority of people understand and can grasp is God. However, unfortunately, people are so built up in favor of this God or not in favor of this God that they think you're talking about some old man in the sky shaking his fist at you. And I'm like, no. God is love, my brother, sister. You can easily find this out for yourself. Well, I don't want to say easily, but you can do it. Trust me. So we need to come up with a different wordage or a different delivery to get this message out there. I feel like maybe, and I could be wrong, this may be one of these things where I look back in a week or a month and I'm like, no, we need to stick with this. Or I look back and be like, oh, well, that was so obvious. There was an alternative right there. So how to make reality meet you. And what I mean by reality meeting you. So first off, what I mean by reality meeting you, go back to videos I was making a year and a half ago, probably. Early 2020. I made the claim that people out here in this world say you have to meet reality on reality's terms. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just life. I took that personally. I don't know why I took that personally, but I took that personally. There's a few things that fucking irritates me at the core of me. And this is nothing personal towards anyone. But this is just a mindset thing that annoys the fuck out of me. Is when people say, well, there's nothing we can do about it, when people say close enough, when people say, well, that's just life, it is what it is, or when people say, all I know is that I do not know. And there's been a couple of you guys that have said these words to me that watch these videos. Please don't think I'm just singling you out, because I promise you I'm not. I'm just, these things fucking annoy the shit out of me, and it's nothing towards you personally. It's just the mindset and the limited beliefs that drives me crazy. So you do not have to meet reality on reality's terms, because reality can be different to you than it is to me. So why don't you make reality meet you on your terms? Does that not sound better? Because you can do that. You can do that, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. Ask for it. Ask for what you want. Continuously ask for it. Get your mind to a place to where you fully understand and realize and know this is coming to you. Pretend like you already have it. Pretend like you're so fucking blessed. And give so much gratitude that reality has no other option than to meet you. Let go of every attachment you have to how this is going to happen, and watch it happen. And while you're doing this, while you're asking for it, envisioning it, and believing and knowing wholeheartedly that it will meet you, because your mind is literally creating and controlling reality right now, work towards it. And this weaves together beautifully. This is how it's done. Ask for it. Envision it. Believe you have it. Then make small steps towards working on that goal. And then the small momentum will build up in such a way that it will be presented to you and it'll seem like it happened overnight. Even though it didn't happen overnight, it was a bunch of small steps towards a great grand goal and plan that you didn't realize until you were almost to it. And it's beautiful. So for an example, what I have been asking for, I've got pretty much everything out, and I'm just telling you, I've got the majority of what I've asked for. The only thing I didn't get that I asked for was a ridiculous amount of money, but it ain't over yet. I may get that, but what I asked for was better than money. So let me inform you what I've been asking for the longest of times. Heaven on earth for 1,000 years, no death, no disease, people that you considered to be deceased coming back, a completely new system to where it is equal and fair, everyone to be loving, love themselves, love everyone to have complete and total freedom, everyone to be joyful, everyone to be blissful, everyone to have inner peace. And since we cannot make this too perfect, that little shift will happen, and then we will continuously work towards it. We don't want it like that. And you still want a little bit of human in you. You don't want to be full-blown fucking God mode, or whatever you want to call it. See, revert back to the first part of this video. I don't know what to say. So, you don't want to be full fucking blown God mode. You want a little bit of human left in you. And you don't want to feel perfect or great every day. I mean, you would get used to that and probably take it for granted. This is just my thought on this. I could be wrong. I don't believe I am on this one, though, because we've done this before, and we've made it too perfect, and we've took shit for granted, and we preferred it, unfortunately, in the chaotic shape that it was in. So we got to pull this off smoothly, seamlessly. And I swear I think we should throw, like, how women get periods. I think every single person should get something similar to a period, not like an actual period, but I know this sounds crazy. Follow along, though. To where they do not feel that great a handful of days out of the month. Just random days. You never know when it's going to hit. It'll hit you. And you won't feel horrible or depressed or anxious or anything. You'll just have a bad day, feel a little bit bad. To keep that reminder set there that, hey, enjoy this the other 90% of the time. So, That's what I'm asking for. So I'd be appreciative if everyone else, if you've got your mind to a point to where you understand, I'm you talking to you. If you've got your mind to a point you understand that this is a fucking illusion of your own creation, and if you can see through it completely, please ask for this as well. Because my brother Jesus supposedly said, where two or more people gather that have belief and faith, miracles can happen twice as fast. I believe that's Jesus. I know Jesus said it, and I know some of these spiritual people twisted it and turned it, so I may have just gave you a twisted and turned quote. Very likely. But, so make reality meet you. Help me make reality meet here. Because I'm sure what I just proposed to you is way better than the world you're living in now inside your own mind, correct? Or the way you perceive this place to be, anyway. But again, I've laid out, it's not just making reality meet you. It's not just creation that's important here, even though it is vitally important. Because that's what we're supposed to do, is create. Is getting your mind to a proper place to where you fucking love yourself, believe in yourself. You don't give a fuck about any of this. You don't care that this world tells you something completely different or makes you doubt yourself, because you know it's a bunch of bullshit. And that's not egotistical. That's believing in your fucking self and loving yourself. So the gold that you receive with this is worth 10 dragons. You only got to face one dragon, but it's worth 10 dragons. The gold you get from this and the rewards you get from this is worth 10 to 100 times the risk that you're going to take to get this. So I'm really just trying to help you guys. I don't know. I'm really just trying to help. So if you want to get here and actually enjoy life to the fullest and get your mind right, start the damn journey. Believe and trust what I'm telling you, because what I'm telling you in a nutshell is everything you need to know is already in you. It's already there. Ask for it. Tap into this. Cut out the human mind. Connect with that voice, which is your voice, the voice of God. Deal with trauma. Love yourself. Make an effort every day to be a better person, to be kinder to yourself, kinder to people. Learn to forgive, let go. Separate yourself from this reality that you think you're living in. You have, it's, I hate using scare tactics, and this is the reason why I don't really enjoy Leah Gura anymore, because he uses, I don't like the way he gives the message, he uses scare tactics, but this is exactly what, or not scare tactics, but like shock factor. And this is essentially what you have to do. But again, I will clarify, you don't die, you don't do anything, you do suffer, you are miserable, but then it's, in the end, it's the greatest thing ever. It's almost like you have to lose yourself, your mind, and your life completely. You have to be willing to let go of your entire life. You have to be willing to let go of every belief, everything you know to be true. You have to be willing to let go of jobs, people, opinions, and die. Again, you don't die. You just accept the death of a character to be reborn. So please do that, or at least experiment with it, or something. But it is a game of form in the play of life. I am you talking to you. I have and always will be you talking to you, because this is what we do. We create illusions, tell ourselves stories, have an experience, snap out of it, wake up and live life. We create and live life. Enjoy life. So, stop chasing rabbits, stand with the turtle. Please get a mind of your own. And before and above all, I love you dearly and deeply. Take the mask off. Keep it off. Wake up.